Damn, you're the son that no one wanted, Joey. But go ahead.
Okay. I don't want to take up too much time, but I have a
No, take your
question.
time. Don't worry about it. It's okay. We don't care what they say about you. You're a good lady.
Thank you. Okay. What does the word kernomios mean? And I ask for a reason.
Kyriomines. Well, if it's
Uh,
Greek, Kyriomina, I know, couldn't tell you. I'd have to see where is he getting it from.
Here you go. I put it in the private chat.
Okay, yeah, but even though if you give me the private tent, I would have to know where is he getting from? Kyrnomios? Well, nomios, I can't tell you. Nomos would be lie, so I can't law. I'm sorry, so no, I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
Why do you come up with these word games? Like, okay, what about this and that? What is wrong with you guys with these? Oh, what about Nepal and Nidal and what? Are you guys all right?
So the backstory behind that is like when I pray sometimes, he'll give me random words or God will give
You
me random
sure
words or
you think
names.
it's God giving you random words, or it's just your overactive imagination? Kodonomios. Why is God going to give you words you don't understand, unless you're praying in tongues?
I think because he knows I'm gonna look him up. And I did look that up, but I wanted to confirm the meaning with you. But if you
And
don't
so
know,
you
that's
looked it
fine.
up. What did you find?
The Lord my shepherd, apparently. I have no
Kodonomios
idea.
means the Lord is my shepherd.
Apparently.
Kodonomios, then you're not spelling it right. So I don't know. Kodonomios, no. Kyrios is Lord. So I don't know how
Yeah.
you're spelling it, but that's not how you spelled it. Kodonomios, Kernomios. It doesn't even, it's not even spelling the word law. And if I look at the word shepherd here, so I don't know, man. Sister, as a believer, you've stopped smoking hookah, right?
Yes.
And no
Never
more vodka, whiskey at night.
no, 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 no.
I just want to make sure. Okay, let's see here. Because I don't know what language that is. Here, you said, the Lord is my shepherd, right?
Mm,
All
yes.
right, that's what you said here. Oh, I'm sorry, because that's Psalm 24 and the Psalm 23 in the Hebrews is Psalm 22. They have a different versification in the Greek, right? The Lord tends me as a shepherd. Okay, here is Kyrios, poi, me, ni. Kyrios, poi, me, ni. Don't sound like no kornomios to me. So what language is that?
I assumed Greek, but still investigating.
Okay.
But I
So I
do.
don't know why God would give you words that you don't understand unless you have the gift of tongues, and then he'll give you interpretation. So I don't know because this is now the second time told me we're getting all these words. I don't know. Maybe God is, maybe God isn't. First
Maybe.
Corinthians
It was a
14
while ago.
says, 1 Corinthians 14 says, I'd rather speak 5 words clearly than 10,000 words in a tongue that no one can understand. And he says, then I pray in the spirit, but not in my mind. Then who gets edified? 1 Corinthians 14. So you're scaring me there, sister. So I
It
can't
was a
tell
long
you
time ago, so
because right
I guess
here,
I'm just trying to make sense of that.
Kyrios, Kyrios, poi or p mine. I'm trying to see how native Greek speakers won't say Kyrios poi mine. That's Rasmian. I'm trying to see how the Greek speakers would pronounce it. Kyrios, p mine. That's I think how you guys would pronounce it. Because the
Hmm.
Rasmian way would be Kyrios poi manai, poi mine. All right, but no, that has nothing to do with Greek. Anything
All right.
else?
I do. That was more of a quick question, but
Go ahead.
the the better question I have is what is the story behind the waters of Meribah?
The waters of Meribah.
Yeah.
Give me the
I think it's
context.
Psalm 81.
Yeah, but give me the context. What do you want to know about it?
I guess I want to know like how can Christians use that as an example of Christ's heart toward us?
Whose heart?
Christ.
In what way?
Like I know the basic story behind Meribah.
Okay,
Like
so how's that heart, Christ's heart to you? You speak. Listen, if you speak in code words, I can have Mike Winger explain to you.
I guess I just want it like better explained than just me reading it on my own. I take it to mean something like
What are you
the
taking
people
me?
were not very good. to him, they doubted him, but he was still loving.
At Meribah, they doubted him that he was still loving, or they were doubting his ability to provide for them.
A mixture of both, I think.
Why would they doubt his love for them when he went out of his way to bring them into the wilderness and provide? Or was it more they're doubting his ability to do what he says?
I assume a mixture of both, like I said. I always wondered why they did that.
And me asking the question, I'm refuting your assertion. I'll ask it a third time. Why would they doubt his love for them when he's already gone out of his way to show them his love for doing what he did for them in Egypt and the Egyptians and the Red Sea? Or is it more they're doubting his power? See, this third time I ask you the question, see if you're going to get it.
It may be more that they're doubting his power, I guess.
How could they doubt his love when the complaint they have is they doubt his ability to preserve them in the wilderness? That's
Okay, I see what
constantly
you're
the
saying.
refrain. That, why'd you bring us out here? Weren't there enough graves in Egypt? And we had plenty in Egypt. You brought us out here to die. So they're testing God's ability to preserve them in the wilderness, right? Now, you may be right. Maybe they're still questioning his kindness. How could they, though, when he went out of his way to protect them from the plagues, inflict the Egyptians with the plagues, protect them from Pharaoh, and split the Red Sea for them, and did not allow the Red Sea to then engulf them? What more could God have done?
I don't know what he could have done. I think he did everything he should have done.
So it's more of their ability, right? They're denying his ability.
Yeah.
Because even here, what you're reading, I relieved his shoulder of the burden. His hands were freed from the basket. You called in distress, I rescued you. Even what you're reading to me tells you that he is showing his love, but you're telling me they're doubting his love.
Yeah,
I
you're
answered
right.
in the
Okay.
hiding place of thunder. I test you at the waters of Meribah, Selah. Right?
Yeah.
So even what you showed me, he's actually reminding them of all the love and kindness that he bestowed on them. So, but how does this tie in with Christ? I still didn't make the connection because you're confusing me.
That's kind of what I wanted to ask you. Like, can we take that as
Yeah. In what way?
his, I want to say his patience toward us? Because he's
Okay.
still, yeah,
Okay. Patient what?
patient even when we're not performing so well, I could say.
Well, if God wasn't patient, you would have been dead long ago. So would your atheist friend be dead long ago.
Yeah.
Right? Because
Yeah.
if God was not a patient God, the moment you did something to displease him, he'd have zapped you out of existence, right?
Yeah.
So the fact that you continue to live and breathe and move in spite of all you've done and continue to do, and God hasn't brought his wrath on you, what could be clearer sign of his patience than the fact that you still live?
It's a very good point.
Could there be any clearer sign of it?
No, not really.
That's for all of us, right?
That is for all of us, yeah.
That's for those of us who know better and confess the Lord and still fail him, and at times even willfully sin, because we love to indulge our flesh more than crucify it. We're all guilty of that, especially me. And the fact he doesn't zap me at the moment, but is still patient, what more God could do to show how patient he is, the fact that you and I are still having a conversation in spite of our failures and defying God and him not wiping us out.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to know, does it tie in with Christ? Yes. That's why I'm saying, how do you want me to tie in with Christ? Because 1 Corinthians 10 tells you these stories in the Old Testament are examples of what not to do, because what Christ did to them in destroying them, he'll do to you. That's what he says in 1 Corinthians 10. Nevertheless, with most of them, God was not well pleased, for they were struck down in the wilderness. Now, these things happened as examples for us, so that we would not crave evil things as they also crave. So why did God write these events in the Old Testament? As examples for who?
For us.
So that we can learn from their mistakes, not repeat them, because if we do, what will God do to us? Here you go. Do not be idolaters as some of them were. As it is in the people sat down to eat and drink and stoop up to play. Nor let us act in sexual immorality as some of them did. And 23,000 fell in one day. Nor let us put Christ, there it is again, guys. Who did they test in the old wilderness, guys? Who did they tempt in the wilderness? Who did Israel tempt in the wilderness? Christ, as some of them did and were destroyed by the serpents. Nor grumble, as some of them did and were destroyed by the destroyer. Now these things happened to them as an example, and they were written for our instruction, upon whom the ends of the ages have arrived. So they were written as examples to instruct us that if we behave like them, we'll be destroyed like them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's the answer, right?
I would say that answers it, yeah.
It has to be.
It's what I thought, but I just wanted to check in with you to make sure I wasn't like...
That's why you got to be. So you speak in generalities. Like, what about the waters of Meribah? What about it? Don't go fishing there. How do you want me to answer? Right?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
What about konamino? Kana kana wana kana. What kana mana kana? What does that mean? Do you think I have of interpretation?
I'll get off the name stuff then.
For Allah, you're killing me. Be specific. What about Meribah? This is in the wilderness where they anger God because they question his ability to provide for them. Meribah and Massah. Meribah and Massah. Okay, two places, right? All right. Okay, what about it? Be specific. Hey, Sam, what about Meribah? Well, don't go fishing there. What about Hakana Manakana Wanakana? No. I don't have the gift. Be specific, sister, before Jesus talk shows up, Mariana, and I hang myself with my shoestrings. What's your other question?
I don't have any other questions right now. I want to give everyone else time.
All right. I will set up some with you and your atheist friend, but if you guys start going into coded languages and speak, I'm going to send you guys to Mike Winger, right?
I promise Sam, I won't.
Hey, Sam, what about Golgotha? Okay. Yeah, what about it? Yeah, what about it, Sam? And can you tell me what Hakana Kana Wana Kina Wananas means? All right. I got my shoestrings ready. I'm about to hang myself, lady.
Hope not.
All right. So free tomorrow. Lord willing, if you're free tomorrow, Sunday, we can do some tomorrow, Sunday.
Okay.
Let me know by email.
Oh, God bless.